What's going on, everyone? I am back here with another unboxing video, and today I'm going to be unboxing the 6-inch e-ink display Amazon Kindle. Essentially, this is the basic ebook reader that you can find on Amazon's website. And this is a refurbished model, so it cost me about $45 to $50 after taxes and the whole shipping and everything like that. But you can pick this particular e-reader up brand new for $70 if you want to get it brand new instead of refurbished. But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the box. The box is actually really minimalistic. There's very little stuff on it. You just have one Amazon logo on that, the top, and that's pretty much it. Then you have some warranty information and other things like that on the back. And then on the bottom, it just has barcodes, which I do not want to show because it has serial information and everything like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and open up the box. And I have previously opened this, as you could tell, because the tab here has been broken. I basically opened it prior to making this video to make sure everything was there, and just make sure it was all good and working, essentially. But anyway, yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and lift the tab up. And then there is the Kindle itself. So let's go ahead and take that out for just a second and see what else we get. Next thing we get here on the very bottom is the micro USB charging cable. The cable itself is not refurbished. It is brand new, so it's nice that they give you a brand new USB cable to go along with your tablet, or excuse me, not tablet, e-reader. It is kind of confusing because you might take one look at this and go, oh, hey, it's a tablet, but it is an e-reader, so you can't really do much more than read books on it. And then up top, in the top portion of the lid, we have the documentation. This one says Kindle, same thing here. Essentially, this one is just your warranty guide and product information and stuff like that. And then this one is actually your quick start guide that shows you how to set up the device and get everything going, and it is in several different languages as well, which is nice. So that's that. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side now and take a look at the actual Kindle. So as you can see, the Kindle itself has a very minimalistic design, just like the box. There's not too many buttons on it. You have the 6-inch display, which is e-ink based. Essentially, it's not an LCD display or an LED display like you would get on the Kindle Fire. Essentially, this display makes reading books much better and easier to see in sunlight. So you can read a book outdoors and not really have any problem whatsoever, which is nice. So let's go ahead and give a quick rundown of the specifications. There aren't too many specs for this particular e-reader, but I will run over the main ones. First off, the display has a pixel density, or not pixel density, a PPI, pixel per inch, of 167. So the amount of pixels that you get on the display is not bad, but it's not also the greatest as well, because of course it's not a full-on tablet. It does have built-in Wi-Fi, so you can have access to the Amazon Kindle store and download ebooks directly to the e-reader without needing to sync via the USB cable. It also comes packed with 2 gigabytes of storage, which equals up to about 1,400 books in total. So you can store up to 1,400 books on this e-reader, which is plenty in my opinion. I don't think most of us are going to be reading 1,400 books for the time that we have this particular device. And with that 2 gigabytes of storage, you do get free access to the Amazon Cloud service, which allows you to store your books and other files and access them free of charge, which is nice. The weight is only 170 grams, which is incredibly light considering what this device does. Yeah, it's a really, really light and thin device, so you can easily slip this into your pocket or your carrying bag, and you're off and running. So that's a very nice perk for this device. Now, battery life. This is another thing that this e-reader shines on. It has up to a month of battery life, so you can use this particular device for an entire month and not really have to recharge it during that amount of time. If you are using it heavily, of course the battery life will vary depending on your usage. So for those that don't use it a lot, you can expect a month of battery. For those of you that use it heavily, expect much less than that. So it just depends. So that's pretty much of the technical specs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the hardware. So like I said, you have the 6-inch display. Then up top above the display, we have a just Kindle logo. And then moving to the bottom of the display is where you'd find the the actual control buttons to overall control the device. So this button here is the back button. This is the keyboard button, so you can bring up the keyboard whenever there is something that needs to be typed. And then you can press it again to dismiss the keyboard. And then we have our directional pad that allows you to control the overall system menu and select certain things. And you would select the item by hitting the center button. And then next to that we have the menu button, which allows you to get extra settings or extra options for the particular menu that you are currently in. Then lastly we have the home button, which basically brings you back to the home screen of the device. On the left hand side we have an up and down arrow button, and we have the same thing on the right hand side as well. Essentially that is to allow you to use the device with either your left hand or your right hand. So basically you can use these buttons to flip a page in one of the ebooks, so you can use it or flip the page with either your left hand or right hand depending on what hand you use the most, which is pretty cool that they have that feature on there. Then on the bottom we have the micro USB charging port. Then we have the power button. Then right next to that we have an LED indicator to let you know if the device is powered on or needs to be charged. On the back we have pretty much nothing. All that's on the back is a couple metal connectors that essentially allows you to charge this device if you have a charging cradle, which you could purchase separately. So that's pretty nice. And that's pretty much it of the overall hardware. So let's go ahead and boot it up now. So let's go ahead and hold the power button. There you go. The green LED indicator comes on. And straight away, we are on the home screen, ready to basically put your settings in there and get it all ready to go. So, yeah, right here is the home screen. These are basically where notifications will pop up. Currently, there aren't really any right now. And it does come with a dictionary, so you can go into a dictionary and look up a word if you so choose to do so. And then on the top bar here, we have the name of the device that you set. It'll automatically name it once you set up your Amazon account, which I currently have not done. Then on the side, you have your connection to Wi-Fi as well as your battery indicator. And then if you want to get access to more menu options, let me go ahead and set the device down. It'll be easier. You'd hit the menu button, as you can see here. It'll bring up several extra options to choose from. Then you'd select using the D-pad or the directional pad. So you have the Shop in Kindle Store. When you have the option available, you can change the font size, view archived items, search, create new collection, sync and check for items, and view downloading items. Then you have settings, experimental, and screen resolution. So, experimental, got tongue-tied a little bit there. Essentially what experimental is it allows you to actually access a web browser. So this particular e-reader does have a web browser built in, but as it says through this option here, it is experimental, so some things might not work because this device isn't essentially meant to run a web browser, so you might experience some issues. So let's go ahead and go into settings right now. And from here is essentially where you would set up all of your basic settings, like Wi-Fi, turn on and off airplane mode, register the device to your Amazon account, set a password, the device language, then you have device info, stuff like that, and everything like that. That's pretty much it. There's 2 pages worth of settings, but once you register the device, you get a lot more features and a lot more settings to choose from. So let's go ahead and go back to the home screen and go back into the menu. And let's go ahead and take a look at the web browser. So let's go ahead and experimental. And then it says web browser, so you'll hit launch web browser. And then first, actually, I need to connect to a Wi-Fi network. So let me go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and type that in real quick. And it is kind of a tedious process to type on this device because it's not a touch screen. So you can't just directly touch the screen to type something in. You have to use the controls on the bottom of the device, which can get annoying at times because it's slightly slow and not very quick to get things done. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, should be connecting now. Submit. And currently it is connecting, and there we go. Alright, we are now connected to the internet. So, as you can see, it is a really basic web browser. You can search on Google. You can check up on web links, websites, and read certain articles and everything like that. One thing I have not tried is if you can watch YouTube. So I will post in the description if you can do that. But I highly doubt it because it does not have Flash Player, and I highly doubt it has HTML5 as well. But yeah, I'll update you guys if I find out about that. But anyway, yeah, it's basic web search. You can go right here, click on that, bring up the keyboard, and just type something in. Say book. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand here. And it's for some reason capitalizing it, but that is not a big deal. As you can see, it's not real quick at typing. Then you can hit search, and there you go. You have a basic list of links to choose from depending on what you search for. So it's basic internet browser, like I said. It's pretty cool, but I mean, it's not the best web browser because it's on an e-reader. So I wouldn't really suggest using it because it's not the best thing to use. I would suggest using a smartphone or an actual tablet, but it's there if you want to use it, which is nice. And then lastly, let's go ahead and back down here. And then you can get, earlier I said this was screen resolution, but it's actually screen rotation. So you can essentially do that, and it'll allow you to rotate the screen on whichever way you want. If you want portrait, landscape, upside down portrait, and then landscape in a different position. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, that's pretty much the basics of this e-reader. It is a really nice device, and like I said, it lets you read books in the sunlight really well. So yeah, that's pretty much it of this unboxing video. One last thing though, if you hit the power button once, it puts it into standby, and essentially it will put a cool little backdrop on there, kind of like a little design or picture frame when you're not using it. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, that's pretty much it of this unboxing video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. It's been a pretty long unboxing, but I've just wanted to cover some of the basics in this device. But yeah, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down there. Thumbs up the video, it's much appreciated. Also, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below, and I will get back to them as soon as I can. So yeah, once again, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.